Hello, everyone. My name is Linda Monroe, and I'm the upper level director for the PC Dream Team. And I'm going to share with you everything that you need to know about host coaching. So, if you've been a consultant for 5 minutes or for 5 years, this is going to be crucial to the success of your business. Being excellent at host coaching is going to help you get new hosts, loyal customers, and great sales in your parties. It's probably the most important aspect of your business. There's a saying that host coaching is where you earn your paycheck and the party is where you pick it up. And I have found this to be true in my 10 years of business with Pampered Chef. So we're in the people business, and that means that one of the skills that you're going to find yourself sharpening first and over time is going to be your people skills. Host coaching is an area where people skills is pretty much put to use the most. This is where you're building a relationship and you're earning trust, and you're working with your host to get the best possible outcome from your parties. Your parties are the lifeblood of your business, and your hosts are who make that happen for you. So it's really important to take that relationship really seriously. Now, sometimes you're going to have a host that you wish you could just copy and paste and have for every single party. They're engaged, they're excited, they have a great friend group, great family, they love Pampered Chef. And other times you're going to have hosts who maybe aren't even quite sure if they want to be having a party, are nervous that you're going to ask them to do all this crazy stuff with their friends. And it feels like you're kind of having to drag them along the process. Sometimes you'll have a host who has never done a party, and sometimes you'll have a host who has had like 100 parties. So no matter what, though, it is your job, not your host's job, to know what to do in the party. And it's not their obligation to give you a good outcome from their party. So a lot of times you'll hear a host say, like, I'm worried that it won't do well and it'll be a waste of your time. That is not their job. Their job is not to deliver you sales. That is your own job, right? So the way that you deliver a great party is to get them on board and excited about the party. And then you're going to walk them through what to do to achieve that. And you're going to do this the same way every time with each host. And this is what's going to give you really consistent results in your business. Now, this is where your expert host coaching skills come in. By having a system in place and the right attitude driving the party forward, you're going to feel really confident with each party, and especially knowing that each party has reached its best possible outcome. That looks different for every single party, but when you've done your part to make sure everything is in place and good to go, you're going to feel good about the results. Now, before we dive in how to get a great outcome, let's talk a little bit about what a successful party even looks like and the mindset that you need to have. In my opinion, a great party is one where everyone walks away glad that they came and the host feels that their time invested was rewarded. That's pretty much it. Yes, I love having a $1,000 party. That's awesome. And I am trying to hit that as often as possible. However, I like to think of that as the benefit of a successful party, not the measure of a successful party. If we hit $1,000 in sales, but the host feels like their friends felt obligated to buy rather than wanted to buy, she's probably not going to host with you again. She's probably not going to recommend it to her friends. And again, that's not going to give us great results for the future. If we have a $200 party in sales, and the host is so excited about the discounts that he or she got, and her guests were so glad that they came and learned some fun tips and felt really inspired, I'm calling that successful. And having that right mindset in your party is going to make all the difference in building trust with your host and her friends. And I promise you that will be rewarded with lots of current business and future business when you make that a priority. Okay, so let's get into this nitty gritty of how we're going to host coach. I want to give you the insight on what's important with the host coaching. And then I'm going to give you the system for that and how to implement it with each and every host. So I don't want you to get super overwhelmed with everything that I'm telling you and the details that I'm telling you. But rather, I want you to hear the reasons why the system was built the way it was so that you understand why, like why we're putting all these steps and doing that behind it, which is going to make you more confident implementing the system. And it also give you the confidence to adapt it to your personal business without losing the really important aspects that makes this work. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to be in contact with your host early and often. Just because we have the date in our calendar well in advance doesn't mean that they even remembered that they are having a party. So before so my party start on Tuesday. So if the party is starting on Tuesday, the latest I am going to be connecting with them is the Friday before. If you are sending out a host packet in the mail, like a physical one, which we'll dive into all that later, you're going to want them to have that in their hands even sooner. We don't want to feel like we've snuck up on our host at all, because then they're going to be in a panicky mood, right? And that's not what we want to start out the party with. Now, here's a bonus tip. Please, 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 please do not make the mistake of saying, "Hey, Susie, we have your party scheduled for next week. Does that still work for you?" Do not say this, because you have just opened up the dialogue for them to cancel or reschedule on you. Yikes, we don't want that. Instead, you're going to say something like, "I'm so pumped for your party to start next week." And if they need to reschedule, they will. They're going to reschedule with you. But what we're not going to do is be the ones to suggest it first. And we're going to move forward assuming that they're ready to roll unless they say otherwise. So be in contact with your host early and often too. We want to make sure that our host is excited about the rewards that they can earn. If it's going to be really hard for them to be excited about the rewards if they don't even know what they are. So I realized just how important this was when I had a host one time tell me, "Wow, if I would have known how good these rewards are, I would have worked harder." Ouch, right? Also, there are party companies out there who have terrible host rewards for their hosts. I always talk about the time that I hosted a party and it did really well. And I was rewarded toothpaste as a host gift for having done that. And let me tell you, if someone's had that experience, they're gonna not want to have like a good experience. They're not gonna want to recreate that experience with you. Okay, so so take the time in the beginning to share what your host rewards program looks like, especially if there is an extra incentive for having higher sales. Like sometimes when it's 60 free, we have double free. You also want them to create a wish list and make sure that they're dreaming big. A host who's trying to get an air fryer for free is going to approach their party much differently than a host who wants a free garlic press. Now, 3. So be in contact early and often, make sure that they're excited about our host rewards program. And 3, we want to give our host goals for the party. I tell my host in the beginning, my goal for your party is for your guests to have an amazing experience and for you to earn as much for free as we can. Then we start talking numbers. So I aim all of my parties towards a $1,000 party and share that even with a $200 party, we're going to get them some really great results. So no matter what, this party is going to be a worthwhile experience for them. And there is an added bonus at, say, like the 650 level. Again, I'm going to be really careful to bring that up and let them know about that. Now, the big balancing act of host coaching is giving your hosts all the tasks that they need to have a great party experience without overwhelming them. It is really tricky to do this. So we can't just go in guns a-blazing. We have to have a plan. If you go in and wing this, your host is going to be wondering like, okay, where is my consultant? And worse, she's going to be like, am I about to be bombarded with instructions or what tasks to do? Or she's going to go and do the things without you telling her to do them. And like we said before, it is not your host's job to know what to do in their party. So you need to make sure that you are letting him or her know that this is something that's going to be you're going to let them know what to do and when to do it. So each day of the party, we need to check in with our host, if only to let her know that we are here to help, right? I like to do this right in the morning, send out all my host coaching texts, and we are good to go. The biggest responsibilities of our host is the inviting and having fun. And they need to do that in their parties daily, the commenting. Those are the only 2 expectations I have for every single host: invite and have fun. There are other bonus steps that my host can do to maximize their results, but I always give them the choice to take those steps or not. Those tasks are things like sending out reminders, individual messages, posting on their main wall, and finding their 3 bookings for their $50 gift card. So give them enough time to complete their party tasks so that you can be flexible. No one likes to be under pressure. So if your party's starting on Tuesday and you're just like reaching out on Monday about inviting, now everyone's under the gun to make sure that there's people in this party by Tuesday, which is why we're giving them plenty of time to complete all of these tasks. So let's talk about the party packet. You need to give your host a party packet of some sort. This will include a way to look through the catalog early to build their wish list, to look at our rewards program and any other monthly specials that are happening, information about the business opportunity, and what they can expect from their party. You can provide this to your host digitally or physically. Pampered Chef does have a party packet in marketing imagery. They have them based on the month that you can send. I also have a video on sending out physical party packets that you can watch. And I also provide all the resources to make the party packet. If you're on the PC Dream Team, you can access all of those files for free. And if you're not in the PC Dream Team, you can check out the Etsy store. They're really inexpensive for you to grab. Or the third thing that you could do is build a party packet on a third-party platform like Linktree or Project Broadcast. I personally use Project Broadcast for my host packets. It works pretty well for me. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So just take a look at the options and try one. You can change this up whenever you need to. If you're a brand new consultant, I'm going to suggest that you send out the digital party packet at first. And so you get everything else under your feet, and then you can move forward from there. So let me walk you through the actual host coaching system so that you can see what this looks like. Okay. Whew, boy. So a week before the party, all of these tasks are based on a Tuesday start time. So the party is created on Saturday and the content starts on Tuesday. So for 5 days, there's a party on Tuesday and then we wrap up after that. So the Friday before, this is what I send. I'm going to set up your party so that you can invite over the weekend. I want you to know that it's my goal for your party and for your guests to have a wonderful experience and to help you earn as many discounts and freebies as possible. Here's a look at what our host rewards look like. And I'd love to see you with at least 500 sales, but would even be happier to see you with $1,000 level, which gives you $200 in freebies. Many hosts are able to hit this. And I send them these 3 images. This is the sales level. And then this is like things like the future party pick, the 60% off monthly item, and the 10% off for a year, and then plus the monthly incentive. So then you're going to send them the party packet, right? And you can send that. If you sent them a physical packet, you can say, did your party packet make it all right? Things like that. So then on Saturday, we're going to have them start inviting. So we're going to let them know that their party is ready. And then we're going to let them know how many invites to set out. If you don't let your host know to send out 100 invites, they're going to send out 10. Okay, so we want them to have at least like 40 people in the group. And so we're going to walk them through that process. And then the next day, we're going to say thank you for inviting. We've got 20 people in the group so far. Thank you for taking the time to invite. You can always add more people throughout the party if you'd like. There are 2 really easy steps we can do to make sure everyone saw that they were invited. Would you like to give this a try? Remember, I always give my host the option to opt into extra steps, but it is not a requirement. So, but with this one, they almost always say yes. And then I tell them to individually message each of their friends that were invited that aren't in the group yet. And I give them the words to say right here. So they'll say, hello, I'm hosting a Pampered Chef party. I wanted to make sure you saw you were invited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And Linda, you're going to want to change this to your name. The consultant shares a lot of useful information and ideas. Here's the link to come check it out. And then she's going to post on her Facebook wall and I give her the words to say for that. If on Sunday you go to their group and they haven't invited yet, which happens, you're going to say, hey, Susie, I hope your weekend is going well. Will you have a chance to send out your party invites today? I send this and almost always they will say, yes, yes, yes. I just had a busy weekend. I'm going to get to that tonight. Perfect. And then the following day, if that's what they were doing on Monday, you're going to go and do what like hey, this is how many people we have and stuff like that. So again, that flexibility lets us like be able to pivot a little bit if we need more time to finish these steps. So our host isn't under the gun the whole time. Monday before. So this is the day before the content starts. I am so excited for your party to start tomorrow. I have all your party posts scheduled and ready. You may not have booked a party thinking about this, but if you'd like to pick one of these kits today before your show starts, I'll let you make the money on the show instead of me. You still get the host rewards. My average consultant makes about $100 per party. Is this something you might want to give a try? And I send a graphic of the kit. This is such a great way to drop a recruiting seed with your hosts. They will take advantage of this. So if you send this to all of your hosts, you're going to have people jump on this. So it's a really cool way to invite. And this will kind of give you some ideas on what to say if they say yes, no, or maybe. So then the party starts, right? And on Tuesday, what we want to do is we want to make sure that our host is commenting on every single post. We want them having fun in the party, being visible in the party, because this really helps the algorithm, because you're not friends with the people in the group more than likely, but the host is. So when the host is engaged, it's going to throw those posts into their newsfeed. And the more people we get engaged, the more often they're going to see content in the group. So this is really vital to the success of the party. So I really want my host to be like really on the ball with this. And then I'm also going to show my host the host dashboard at this point. So Monday is like the first day of the party. There probably aren't any orders coming in. So I don't really need her to know this until after she gets her invites out. So I'll send her her host dashboard link, which you can find in the party overview on Consultants Corner. And that way she can keep track of orders that have come in, what her sales are. She can get her host rewards started, and she can shop from there as well. So then Wednesday, listen, this is where you're going to have to like make a decision. Okay. So you're going to go into the party and you're going to go, hey, my host Susie has been commenting on every single post. She's doing phenomenally. If they are doing that, like you can say, I hope you're enjoying the party. Thank you so much for commenting on each post. This is such a huge help. Do you have any questions for me? I always like to bring this up because sometimes they'll do this in the beginning and kind of fizzle out at the end. But if I reiterate how important this is, they're going to keep up that great work. If they have not been commenting on the post, I'm going to say, I hope you've been enjoying the party. Just a reminder that commenting on each post is really important to the visibility and success of your party. So if you can, I definitely recommend it. Do you have any questions for me? So just like a gentle reminder, like this is going to be really important for you to have a good party. If at this point they decide they're not going to be involved in their party, you have done your part. You have shared that that's important. You can't just expect the host to know this, but once you've shared that information, it's up to them to like, you know, to do this step and take ownership of their party to get their rewards, right? We're not promising them rewards for nothing. So this is a really good way to gently nudge them in the correct direction without feeling overbearing and like pushy. Thursday, so this is going to be like day 3 of the party. This is when I have them do the host booking challenge. Do this step. Do not miss this because this is going to be so helpful. You're not going to have all of your hosts take you up on this, and that's okay. But the ones who do will give you bookings, and that's like bookings that you don't need to go and get yourself. So I have something fun that you can work on today to get bookings from your party. Are you up for a fun little challenge? I promise it's not too scary. So when they say yes, I send them all of the steps. So the first thing I do is I let them know, hey, you're getting 40% off at every party. And when you get 3, you're getting a $50 gift card, right? So we need to know what's in it for them. And then we're saying, here's what you're going to send. This is really important to give them words to say. I'm hoping to find 3 people to host. There's upcoming specials and recipes I think people would love to see. And we would both get rewarded. If you book one, I promise to come when you have it, right? So that's gonna be really good. And then I give them permission to change the wording if they want to. So Friday during the party, this is just like a check-in. We're gonna let them know how many orders they have. I really want you to get your wish list items so orders can come from inside the party or outside the party. Make sure you send the link to people who might be outside of the party, right? Tomorrow's the last day, so make sure to keep on commenting and having fun. Did anyone respond to your booking message, right? So again, if they haven't done this, you're going to want to take this out. I want to see you earn that bonus and send me a list so I can give you a gift for the seasoning. Saturday during the party, today is the last day of content, right? So We're going to like let them know that that's kind of going on. Sunday, we're going to ask if they want to do this as a consultant. I'd love to answer any questions you might have. If you're curious about anything, we would be able to use some of the party rewards towards a kit, and you can get any booking from the party to help you get started, right? So we're telling them at this point, hey, if they got 3 bookings from that booking challenge, hey, by the way, you can take those 3 bookings to help you get started with your business. And you can use some of your host rewards towards it. That's going to be a big incentive. Excuse me. Monday after the party, this is when we're going to let them know there's a couple of things that we can do to help them collect any last minute orders. We definitely don't want to miss anyone. Would you want to give them a try? Again, I'm always sharing with my hosts the option to do these things. If they don't want to, that's okay. Sorry, guys. Geez. When they say yes, we're going to have them individually message anyone who hasn't ordered yet, and we're giving them the words to say. I'm going to read this because this is really key. Because remember, we don't want their friends to feel obligated to buy, because then they're not going to like want to book with you again. So thank you so much for coming to my party. I hope you enjoyed it. My party is closing soon. So if you wanted to take a look at the online catalog and place your order, here's my link. No worries if you're not wanting to order. I'm just glad you came to experience the fun. Next, you'll want to post on your personal wall. So we're going to have them post on their wall, and that's going to work. Now, here are some words to say when you're wrapping up the party. You just want to be checking in with them regularly to make sure that they know that they can use your rewards to see how those outside orders are coming, and if they're feeling ready to close, things like that. And so we're going to walk them through placing their orders. We're going to help them if they need help. If they're struggling with it, I will absolutely load their cart for them. Man, I'm not sick. I just like have this tickle in my throat I can't get rid of. So once this party has closed, guys, you have got to rebook your hosts. Half of your hosts should be rebooking with you. And if they had a really good time and a good turnout, then you can say to them, thank you so much for working with me during your party. I really appreciate you. I would love to work with you again when the new book comes out. Would you want to do this in like, and just plan like 6 months from now? They will book a party. And what's so nice about this is you're like rewarding your future self, right? Like your future self is going to be so thrilled to already have bookings in the calendar that are with experienced hosts that you already know how to work with, and they already know like what their expectations are going to be. So it's that much easier. I do have some special circumstances in here, just in case that happens. Like if you have someone who's not responding, or someone who's not feeling great about their party, or if they don't hit 200 sales, this is going to be really helpful to you. So if you are on the Dream Team, you have access to this. If you are not on the Dream Team, you can purchase this on my Etsy store. It's pretty inexpensive. It's totally worth it, so that you can implement it. Now, I do use 2, there are, sorry, a couple things. So this, yeah, okay. So keep this Google Doc for you to reference, and you can use this to like grab texts. Another thing that I love to use is the Boards app. This is going to make it so helpful. I'll show you that. But it's important that even though this completed system has been given to you, but you take ownership of it, read through it, understand it, and make sure it's up to date, that it makes sense in the way that you are sending it, and it fits the way that you want to run your business. If there are parts that don't feel authentic to you, you have to adapt this to fit your style of business. So please feel free to change this. But here's the other thing. This all sounds like a lot. When you know what to say and when to say it, proper host coaching should not take you more than 5 to 10 minutes a day, even if you're running 10 parties a week, because you're just going to go through your list of hosts and you're going to send them the messages. And part of how that's possible is through this program called Boards. This is a free app, and this is like a keyboard extension. When you use this with your phone, it like is part of your keyboard, so that when you send out a message, let me show you. There's like this globe at the bottom, And when I click this globe, it gives me all the scripts. And I'm going to post a video here to like do a deep dive into boards. I have a video training on that, but that whole, oh shoot, that whole thing that I just sent you, or I just read through you, is in boards already, and I can share this with you. So you'll have this so that you can see like, okay, here's Friday before the party. Here's what I'm going to send. Here's the first message. Here's the second message I'm sending. You can send them back to back. And so that way you don't have to go hunting for all of this stuff. And then all the party wrap up stuff is right there. So this is at your fingertips. So like you just pull up your host's message, boom, Friday before party 1, boom, Friday before party 2. It's all there. You don't have to retype it or anything. If you're using a desktop, here's where they are. They're up here as an extension on your Google Chrome. So you just do that and it copies it. And you can just go in and like paste it, right? So it takes like no time at all. Again, this is a free app. There is a pro version to this, but you don't need that for just host coaching. If you want to update to pro, that's fine. But so the Dream Team host coaching is here. So you can go ahead and I can share that with you. If you're on the PC Dream Team, if you're not on the PC Dream Team, you're going to have to import this into your boards on your own. So through that Etsy situation. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. Host coaching is an art. So you're always going to run into situations where you might not be quite sure how to handle it. In those moments, I would recommend reaching out to your director or your recruiter, depending on how close you are with your recruiter, to see what to do in those circumstances, especially when your host is feeling like they want to join your team. I would immediately reach out to your director and just get help navigating that conversation. So I hope this was super helpful. Like I said, all these resources available to the Dream Team for free. If you're not on the Dream Team, you can check out my Etsy store down below. And if you're not on a team yet and you want to be on a team, or maybe you're a previous consultant and you're thinking about joining back in, I would love to have you on our team. We have so much fun. I've been doing this for 10 years and I absolutely love it. So we would love to welcome you. So let me know if you have any questions. Always feel free to reach out. And I know that you guys are going to do a great job with your host coaching. I will see you guys later. Bye.